What if I told you a woman spent 10 years in prison for trying to murder her husband, but the real criminal was the detective who arrested her? This is the shocking true story of Roseanne Beckett, a case that exposed one of Australia's most corrupt police officers and a conspiracy that destroyed an innocent woman's life. But before we dive in, if you're new to Grim Casebook, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the most twisted true crime cases. In 1989, police stormed the home of 42-year-old Roseanne Beckett in the small New South Wales town of Taree. They arrested her in front of her children and charged her with 14 shocking offenses: assault, attempted poisoning, solicitation of murder, and possessing an illegal firearm. The alleged victim? Her estranged husband, Barry Beckett. According to prosecutors, Roseanne was a cold-blooded manipulator who wanted Barry dead so she could steal his auto repair business and assets worth over $600,000. Witnesses claimed she'd stabbed him during a picnic, hit him with rocks and cricket bats, spiked his drinks with prescription medications, and even tried to hire multiple men to kill him for cash. The evidence seemed overwhelming. Dozens of witnesses testified against her. Police found spiked beverages in Barry's office. A pistol was discovered in her home. In 1991, after a 4-month trial, the jury found Roseanne guilty on 8 counts. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Case closed. Or was it? But here's what the jury didn't know. The lead detective, Peter Thomas, had a dark history with Roseanne that went back years. In 1983, Thomas had arrested Roseanne for arson after her delicatessen burned down, despite having virtually no evidence and an alternative suspect. During that investigation, he allegedly sexually harassed her and demanded bribes. The charges were eventually dropped. But it gets worse. Roseanne had joined 20 to 30 other locals in filing complaints against Thomas for corruption, assault, and driving police vehicles while drunk. This inquiry led to Thomas being transferred out of Taree, delaying his promotion and damaging his career. Thomas never forgot, and when Roseanne married his friend Barry Beckett, he saw an opportunity for revenge. By 2000, investigative journalists began exposing the truth. A bombshell ABC Four Corners episode revealed Thomas had a pattern of framing innocent people in arson cases, routinely bribed and intimidated witnesses, and had even bragged about planting the gun in Roseanne's home, telling a colleague, "It's common knowledge I planted the gun on the bitch." Witness after witness came forward admitting they'd been coerced by Thomas into giving false testimony. One woman said she was interrogated for hours and forced to sign statements that weren't true. Barry's own apprentice had originally supported Roseanne's version of events before Thomas convinced him to change his story. Even more damning, Barry's children had initially accused their father of sexual abuse and supported Roseanne until the Crown prosecutor spoke with them years later. In 2001, after 10 years behind bars, Roseanne was finally released pending a review of her case. The 2003 inquiry uncovered a conspiracy that was almost unbelievable. Thomas had been ordered off the case by his superiors, but protested and was allowed to continue. He conducted interrogations at the home of Barry's friend, not at the police station. Internal Affairs had recommended Thomas be charged with misconduct before Roseanne's trial even began. Witnesses had been systematically threatened and coerced. The spiked drinks contained more medication than Barry was ever prescribed. Photos from the police search showed no evidence of the pill bottles allegedly found in Roseanne's purse. In 2004, a judge found that Roseanne had likely been framed. Most of her convictions were overturned in 2005. But the nightmare wasn't over. The government refused to compensate her and even tried to bill her $89,000 for Barry's victim compensation payout. It would take another decade of legal battles before Roseanne was finally vindicated. In 2015, 26 years after her arrest, Roseanne won her malicious prosecution case. The court awarded her over $4 million in damages, with the judge acknowledging the enormity of this loss and the staggering period of suffering she'd endured. Peter Thomas died in 2014, on the 25th anniversary of the day he raided Roseanne's home. He was never held accountable for his crimes. Barry Catt died later that same year, after multiple women had taken out restraining orders against him for violent behavior. Roseanne had lost 10 years of her life, her livelihood, and precious time with her children. In 2005, she published a memoir titled 10 Years, detailing her ordeal. The Roseanne Beckett case exposes how easily the justice system can be corrupted by one vindictive officer with a personal grudge. It's a chilling reminder that a badge doesn't always mean justice, and that sometimes the real criminals are the ones who are supposed to protect us. If you found this case as disturbing as I did, please give this video a like and share it so more people know Roseanne's story. And don't forget to subscribe to Grim Casebook for more deep dives into cases that'll keep you up at night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.